Hey guys, it's Twintuitive717. I am back with another reading, guys. I am here with the saucy little beaver. I've never gone, well, not that I've never gone live before, but I don't know when the last time I went live was, but it was really nerve-wracking. But I'm trying to do something different. And hi, Lynn. How are you? Namaste, love. Evolve. What's going on, guys? Hello, hello, hello. We have LL Awakened. Aw, guys, I'm so happy to see you guys here. We have Hood Empress, Penelope, Yanette, Danielle, Maria. Maria's like a long time subscriber. Maria's OG on this channel. So is Evolve. Oh my gosh, we have Khadijah. I babysat a little girl named Khadijah, which is why I kind of know that's maybe how you say it. We have Sacred Heart, McMaggles. That's cute. Sola, Lynn again, Celine, Olivia, Lavender, Kevin, Marina, Valerie, Christy. Oh my gosh. Hi, Susan. Hey, Sin. Hello, Saggy. Is that Saggy Babe? Saggy Babe? Are you in Australia? That's so awesome. We have Sunkissed, Andrew, Miss Phoenix, Tipsy, Creating with Angela, Autumn, Yanette again. Hello, Erica. Hi, Marina. Hello, Beckstar. Hello, Bobby. We have Trip in Nature. Oh, you know what? I'm going to totally pet her for you guys. Oh, we have someone from Netherlands. Netherlands holds a very, very special place in my heart, guys. Very, very special place. But this is the Saucy Bees. I was like, you know what? If you guys are like, can you pet her for me? I'm like, yeah, I could totally pet her for you. Hi, Royal. Hello, Greatness. We have M. We have Tina. Hello, Tina. Olivia, Kay, Sacred Heart Guidance. What's up, guys? You know what? Like I should probably do this more often. Big shout out to Wizio.com for pushing me in this direction. But I just thought I would hop on and allow you guys to maybe ask some questions and interact live with you. I don't normally do this. It's just weird for me, but I think it will be a lot more fun and engaging. I can see like the comment section there. So I have a few decks, guys, and depending on the nature of your question, I will, choose the deck that I guess I'm guided to go with. But otherwise, there's a lot of shifts with the masculine collective. I feel like a lot of the masculines are really going through it at this time. I know I've been talking a lot about just allowing us to like go with the flow, whoever is in the divine feminine energy, just go with the flow and allow things to happen. It kind of reminds me of the message about like many of your masculines wanting to take the lead, because a big portion of this is really, them kind of stepping on this whole twin flame thing, right? Going through a lot of the same stuff that we did, except, with them being in their masculine energy, how they handle it is going to be a little bit different. But yeah, I'm going to go back now to look at some of the questions here. Okay, so it looks like okay, so will my twin flame mat unblock me soon? Okay, so the thing about blocking, guys, is that the space is necessary, and like if you're wondering like, okay, are they going to unblock me soon? Sometimes you can set yourself up to be on that path of like you're expecting, and that in itself is chasing, right? Because if you're going to say, are they going to unblock me soon? Chances are you're also probably checking up on their social media a lot. And that in itself can be very draining, right? It's like you log in, you go to their page, did they unblock me? No. And then what does it do? It sets you up for that feeling of like, oh, cringe, heartbreak. So let's go ahead and draw a card on that. Let's go ahead and use this one. We have the Yin Yang Oracle. What's Matt's energy like? And guys, sorry if the comments are going up. I'm going to try my best to kind of scroll back on it, but let me see who asked the question here about Matt. Oh, sorry, guys. The comments are just going. Okay, so we have the magical gem. Okay, so that was the magical gems question. Let's see. Oh, those are way too many. let's see what Matt's energy is. Universe, guide us, please. You know her question. You know what she wants to know about Matt. Okay, so we have limitations and fears. Okay, because so it very well could be that they're wanting to reach out. Look at that hand reaching out, right? They want to unblock. And to me, this says that they can feel you waiting on it, right? They can definitely feel you waiting on it. And you two are mirroring each other right now. It's almost like you're scared that they're not going to unblock. And then they're scared to unblock. So if both of you are in that place of that intensity of just wanting to connect, it still puts expectations on the twin flame timelines and the journey. You're meant to break free of the limitations of this journey. The minute you don't expect them to reach out is the moment they reach out, and the moment you don't expect them to do that is usually when you stop and you say to yourself, this doesn't feel good, this doesn't feel right. Constantly monitoring the situation, chasing it can drain our energy. So what you have to do is shift that direction to the things that are limiting you. What I would suggest in this situation is, if you guys are in that place of like, will they unblock me, you disengage off of social media. Okay, I think I shared a reading. It's if you go to popular uploads, it'll be there. You're off social media and they have no access. If you're able to get to that place where you can like disengage from social media, do something different for yourself, where you can say, you know what, it's not healthy for me to continue this. I need to disengage from social media, because when I wake up, from the time I wake up in the morning, I want to check on them. Create healthy habits for yourself. When I wake up in the morning, I'm going to sit down and meditate for like 5 minutes out of my day. I promise you guys, even if it's 3 minutes, if you can wake up out of bed, sit down with your legs crossed on the floor and take some good deep breaths in, hold it for a few seconds, exhale. The last thing that's going to be on your mind is this anxious energy of, should I reach out? Okay, so I feel like they will reach out, but it's going to be when you least expect it. It's not going to be in this energy right now that you're in, where you're waiting on it, waiting on it, waiting on it. The universe is saying you've got to do something different. You have to use your time to do something different for your energy that is more aligned with you keeping yourself happy and healthy. And it's part of drawing those boundaries as well. All right. So I hope that helps with the question that you've asked. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what else we have here. Yeah, Nat said, the way you just answered the question, I was going to ask, how is my DM feeling about our separation, and how does he feel about me? Susan asked that. Okay, so let's find out how they're feeling about the separation. Separation is a difficult thing, guys, and I'll tell you, like, from the masculine's perspective, and I'm speaking from personal experience. Um, it's not easy. It's difficult for the masculines as much as it's difficult for us. It's difficult for them in the same way. They're humans. They experience love in the same way. And so I feel like Susan's question is going to go for many of you out there who are in separation and you want that confirmation or that validation. It's damn difficult for your masculines in separation, okay? Let's find out what they do feel in their heart space whenever that happens, okay? Let's give this deck a good shuffle. Okay, so we have love yourself first. I couldn't have said it more perfectly myself. Yeah, they miss you a lot, okay? The reason they miss you is because it's like missing a part of yourself. For this particular divine masculine, or even divine masculines, maybe Susan's asked a question for many of you out there who are wondering, okay? It's oftentimes going to be to love yourself first. Your masculines miss you so much to the point where they have to separate from you and they have to block you because it becomes unhealthy. And if you think you guys obsessing, checking their social media and doing all of these things, it feels like intense for you, just imagine the lengths that they go to. They reread your conversations late at night. They save your pictures, text messages. They keep track of everything. And if they're in your city, they're definitely going to find ways to be in your vicinity, to be in your area. Okay. But the reason separation happens is because sometimes it's too intense. And you have to realize that, like, especially with the twin flames, it's like this beautiful energy that wants to come out and allow you both to be free. But I feel like for the masculine collective, especially right now, they have to go off and separate and either block you or disengage because they need to love themselves first. They can't approach this love with like possession and jealousy. And sometimes from the feminine's perspective, you might feel pretty shitty sometimes, right? It's like, oh God, like, what did I do? Did I do something wrong? It's like you come to the table with so much love in your heart, with so much within you, um, that says, I'm here, I'm here. But that can be really scary for your divine masculines, because it's like, what do you mean you're here? Do you have any idea how many times people have said that they were there and then they weren't? And that's what this whole thing is all about. That's why I shared Jordan's community post about, like, that perfect relationship, or learning about what a healthy relationship is, because your masculine will block you and they will ghost you if you trigger any sort of memory or feeling within them. And that's the reason why twin flames mesh. Karmics don't do this, right? Like, karmics keep you where you are until you can break free. But with twin flames, they don't keep you where it is you are. With twin flames, you're constantly ascending. And that's why it's so exhausting to be in each other's energy. Okay, so to answer your question, if you guys can master your self-worth, your self-love, separation ends. It's not about projecting onto the other person and waiting around, like the question answered earlier, right? Like, when will they unblock me? A lot of the times we have to go off and give that yearning back to ourselves. So, once we're able to reach that place, it's a big life lesson. It says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. All right. So I hope that helps out Susan and anybody else who you might have been asking that question for. All right. So let's go back. I'm going to go back to the questions here. Okay. So we have Saggy Babe or Saggy Babe. I've been seeing numbers 11, 11, 10, 10, 10, 17, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 7, 1, 7 daily in separation for my masculine. His name's around a lot. Normally when these types of things happen, it's your spiritual team guiding you, that your intuition, everything you're experiencing in your heart, mind, body, and soul, you're correct. And oftentimes I feel like the numbers will triple, or I will see them more and more and more during our most difficult times of separation, because your angels want you to know, hey, we're whispering to your ear that everything is in alignment. Like, the minute you start seeing like 4 4 4s and 5 5 5s and then 7 1 7, fours are about stability. Sometimes stability can be great, right? We might need stability in our lives. Some of us can be afraid to be accountable. We're afraid to be independent, right? The number fours are there to say, hey, listen, like, in order to move one step closer to your twin flame, stability is required. Some of us are in marriages, right? We're in long-term relationships, and we don't know the first thing about standing on our own 2 feet without that other person. Right. And it's scary to realize that you are an adult in your 20s, 30s, 40s. And it's like the idea of separating from that person, or divorce, and you being on your own. Like, that's some scary shit. And that's a lot of twin flames who are in this situation, guys. It's a big eye opener. When you start seeing fives, the changes are coming whether you like it or not. You're not going to be able to keep that mask on forever, right? Some of us create so much stability that we get boxed in, and it feels like routine. It feels so bored. It feels like we're just dying to stretch our wings and get out. But sometimes if you create that space that's hard to get out of, believe me, the 5 indicates a lot of disruption and sometimes pain and sometimes tower moments, but you will rise above. 7 1 7 paired with those number combinations. 7 1 7 for me is like a physical manifestation of meeting your twin flame. Like, you guys are destined to physically meet. So this is for many of you who have been on the journey for quite some time, and you might say to yourself, like, month after month, or months might go by and you don't commute. It's like, am I crazy? Like, what is going on here? But why do I still long for them? It's because the universe is not done with you both. There's unfinished business. And also 7 1 7 for me is like, there's something about you two physically connecting that's going to shift the connection to where it needs to be. Oftentimes you both become even more powerful. You understand each other in deeper ways simply because of exchanging eye contact, exchanging touch, hearing each other's voice, looking at the way each other speak, with the expressions on your face. It's like all of this is meant to help guide the connection into a deeper place. Okay. And oftentimes the lessons get more intense, which is why that bonding sometimes is needed, because that's what keeps you guys glued together. Because then the lessons get more intense, but then you remember what it's like to be with each other, to hold, to touch. Okay. So I hope that answers that question as to why it is you're seeing the numbers. You're on the right path. You're moving in the right direction. And yeah, just allow your intuition to lead you. Many times we'll see triple numbers. Get into the habit of looking it up. I love Joanne Sacred Scribes. I think I've been using her website for like the last 10 years. So it's a really good source for number synchronicities. Okay. And oftentimes when you do Google it and you read what that number synchronicity is about, your intuition is like, told you so. So pay attention to that, guys. All right. Okay. So let's see. Let's go back up with the triple numbers. Who's after that? Oh man, you guys are really filling up the comments there. Sorry, guys, to keep you waiting. Okay, so yeah, 222 and 111 on repeat. Yeah, 222 is about coming together. 1111, I always see it as well as a confirmation of when your counterpart is thinking about you. It's like you both are thinking about each other and and wondering what's next. Oh, Sunkiss, I appreciate you guys too so much. Thank you for that. 717 in Australia, baby. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like I'm abandoning my twin by not talking to him. How is he feeling? Thank you in advance for your guidance. Um, I understand. Like sometimes it feels like you're abandoning them when you energetically feel like they need you as well. But let's go ahead and use this to find out why it is they might need that time alone or that space alone, right? Because sometimes when you feel like you're abandoning them, we attach that feeling to them, right? It's like, oh, how are they going to feel? But what we have to do is mirror it back to ourselves and say, why are you even abandoning them in the first place? Most likely because you need to honor your boundaries, you need to honor your truth. So don't feel guilty, right? If it's something that you need to do for yourself and it will help and honor your connection because you're being truthful to your feelings, that will help shift them as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and find out a little bit of their energy here. How is your twin feeling, Amy? What are they working on in their spiritual life, in the 3D world? What do you need to know? Okay, so we have the Princess of Winter, inquisitive, truthful, realistic, undiplomatic, information that can help you, but which may also be difficult to hear, speaking the truth with kindness, an indigo child or adult. So for when I hear information that's difficult to hear, oftentimes I feel like that's, it could be a projection of your twin flame where it's like, it's difficult to accept the connection. It's difficult to accept the obstacles between you two. You may be wanting to abandon them for many reasons that you know that you should. But what I would recommend is changing your language around that, right? It's not that you're abandoning them, because what that will continue to do is trigger wounds between you both about abandoning, right? Sometimes when we feel like we're going to abandon someone, you're meant to let go of that luggage because everybody should be accountable and responsible for the way that they are feeling and the way that they deal with things, including our counterparts. So many times the feminine energy is tempted to be there and to assist and to help, but it's the empath. And I know a lot of people get triggered with the word narcissist, but it's that empath sort of narcissist relationship where you constantly want to save them and they constantly want to feed on your energy to be saved or to not feel abandoned or to not feel rejected. And even like the term narcissism, like it goes way beyond for me, just like the psychology of it. I truly believe that everybody has narcissistic tendencies. Sometimes when we're deeply rooted in that place, we just need a little bit more digging, more uncovering of our spiritual side, but I do feel like there's something about the connection here that they need to accept on their own and not make it your responsibility, Amy. Okay, so all you can really do is be in your own truth. And if this is how they're feeling, where parts of the journey is just difficult to accept, it's difficult to hear, it's not your job to figure it out for them, because that just sends us into that chaser energy. And what it does is it depletes us, because they're never going to reciprocate it if we try to force that information on them. Sometimes distance is the best remedy. So instead of saying I'm abandoning them, you can say, wait a second, I need to draw proper boundaries here, create some safe space for myself so that I can feel at peace. and what it does is it changes the whole dynamic spiritually about the connection. You then take away words like abandon, and you use words that are more aligned with what it is you are actually feeling. All right, so I hope that helps in some way. And yes, I'm going to give Mega a nice little pet. Look at this furry belly for you, Amy, huh? She's here cuddled up with her little baby, huh? Maggie, this is from Amy, huh? All right, guys. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up soon. I'm going to try to get to as many of the questions as I can. Is it possible for both DM and DF to be equally awakened? I do think that it's possible for both of you to be awakened, but guys, keep in mind, awaken doesn't mean that you become perfect, right? Awaken just means that you start seeing deeper and deeper layers um, into the world and how it is around you. A lot of the times, like sometimes awakening itself can trigger separation. You know what I mean? Guys, I just got a 9.99 there from M. Melissa, thank you so much for that. I will definitely get to your question next. Okay, I really do appreciate you taking the time to donate to the channel. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, like the more you become awakened, sometimes the triggers can be even more intense. And when the divine masculine and the divine feminine are awake, like right now, that's happening. Like for me, 2023 was that major milestone of the divine feminines having done a lot of this work. You guys were eager to jump on the spiritual path, but that's just feminine energy in general, right? It's like you can receive so well. But for the masculines, because of that logic, they tippy toe around the ascension path, right? But that 717 energy for many of you, it's like your masculines are going closer and closer and closer to the truth. And gosh, who is texting away here? Sorry, guys, let me silence that. Um, I feel like 2023 was a major year of many of your masculines stepping onto the ascension path. And what you'll find is when your masculine starts awakening, they express more truth. They start opening up, and they, like many of you will know that your masculines awaken when you start going, oh my gosh, like who is this? Like from the last time you guys communicated, and then there may have been a separation. When they come back and they start expressing and revealing a lot more of their truths, that's when you guys will start to know they're awakening. And I will tell you guys something, and because you guys might be like, well, how will I know? What about their truths? The truths that they will start expressing, you guys are going to be like, okay, they're definitely on this journey too, because it's going to be truths about how you guys felt or how you guys would have expressed yourself as you start to uncover this twin flame journey. If many of you are meeting in the physical, you will know that your person is awakened by the way they interact with you. They're normally extremely nervous around your energy. It's really intense. They want to touch you. It's like they've never seen you before, so you'll feel the intensity of them awakening as well. So yes, I do believe that it's possible. And I do believe that 2023 was definitely a big time for many divine masculine energy to start, again, tippy-toeing and even stepping into the twin flame journey. But for me, like based on my beliefs, like again, I do believe that the feminines tend to really take on this twin flame journey. I've shared in older videos as well, guys, that many of your masculines knew that you had this deep connection before you did as the divine feminine. Okay, they knew it. They knew it was something there, but they weren't able to receive it. It was more just like stuck in their like heart space as to like, why am I feeling this? Like it just wanted to burst open. And many of you were kind of like, huh? Like, oh yeah, like he or she or, whoever your masculine counterpart is with that energy, oh my gosh, like, they may be attractive or they may be good looking, or, oh, the eye contact's really intense. Meanwhile, your divine masculine's like, oh my God, I need a paper bag to breathe in because their energy is so intense as the feminine. It's only later on the divine feminine starts cluing in with dreams and certain synchronicities. And you guys are the ones in the feminine energy that are going to go and Google the number synchronicities. Your masculines can see triple numbers all day and it just kind of goes right over their head, but all they know is the structure and the logic of it. I feel something deep for this person, but at this time, yes, there both twin flames I do feel are awakened, and now is this time period of many of you watching your divine masculines go through the ascension process, much like many of you did at the very beginning. Okay, so I hope that helps, guys. I'm gonna do one last question here, which is Melissa. Is my DM speaking to me through dreams? I've been dreaming so much about him lately. Oh my goodness. When you are dreaming about your twin flame, you both are in sync at the same time. They're often sending you clues or hints. Um, when you dream about your twin flame, and I, if you guys go to my YouTube channel and you check the about section, and I say dreams are maps, when you start dreaming about your twin flame, first and foremost, get a journal. Okay, go down to your local dollar store and get a journal. Start writing down the dreams that you have of your counterpart, because it will start showing you that they're coming forward. Okay. Normally, when you start dreaming about them really heavily, and the dreams could be very sensual, very intimate, look out for the number synchronicity 717. Okay. Because this is a physical manifestation. Dreams are an indication that they're longing for you in the same way that you're longing for them. And also that the connection is not one sided. Many of us can have these feelings for our twin flame. It's like you meet them, there's eye contact, it's like your heart is just having palpitations, you're not the same person. Okay, that's like boom right there. And then when you start going up another level and you start dreaming about them, this is to show you, like, pay attention to the dreams. Pay attention to the symbolism in the dreams as well. I'll tell you guys, when I started having dreams of my divine masculine, I knew for a fact that my divine masculine was ready to reach out when I had a dream of him appearing in my childhood home. I was just walking down this like pathway, and I had to jump over a river in order to get home. I lived in Trinidad as a girl, and he was sitting there in my balcony of my childhood home. And when I woke up from that dream, it was like I knew. I just knew that he was going to validate that this connection was not one-sided. Okay, so to answer Melissa's question, if they're speaking to you through their dreams, most likely you are going to see them show up in the physical as well, and you're going to be like mind blown, but at the same time a part of you is going to have a lot of peace and serenity, because you're going to be like, damn, like I knew it. I knew they were feeling this just as much as I was feeling this the entire time. Okay, so if any of you are in Melissa's situation as well, where a lot of you could be having dreams of your counterpart, another sign too is when you wake up from those dreams, like you feel like this heaviness in your heart. It's like you long for them too, because the dream might have felt so real, or it felt like, oh my gosh, like they came to visit me, which oftentimes that's what the dream state is for, is like you guys are physically expressing what it is you're not able to in the physical. So that's why I say write it down, because it may not make sense today, but in like 3 months, you go back to that dream and you're going to be like, holy shit. Oh my God. Sorry. I don't know if I can say that on live. But what I mean is write it down, because then really weird things will happen. Like they'll end up sharing a Facebook post 3 months down the road, and you guys are going to be like, yo, that's like the same image I saw in my dream or something. So it's going to start making sense, and it's going to start piecing together. But definitely for those of you out there who are dreaming about your twin flames, especially a lot, yeah, it's definitely a beautiful confirmation that they want to come forward, and the connection is just, it's not one-sided. All right, guys. So that's what I have for you guys for today. Look at this one. She's like all passed out here, but that's what I have for lives. I had fun, guys. I had so much fun interacting with you guys in this way, and just chit-chatting with you. I love you guys so much, and I hope that we can do this again. All right, you guys take care, and I'll catch you in the next live stream. Okay. All right. Bye, guys.